Hello again, and welcome to Module 11 of your journey into Promised Land living. Now, in my family, we've always been dog lovers. And I remember my senior year in high school, my older brother had come home from college for the weekend, and he had a great surprise for the family. He had gone out and bought himself a puppy. He named the dog Evan. And Evan was an Irish setter, and he was all legs and limbs running around the house. And I remember we opened the door, the puppy came running inside, scattering everywhere. And immediately my brother went over to my dad because he knew my dad was going to have a problem with this puppy running loose in the house, especially since my mom had just redecorated the living room. And my brother had the little kennel, but he really didn't want the dog to have to stay in the kennel. He wanted to be able to run loose in the house. And he felt like he trained Evan well enough not to mess up in the house. And so I see my brother go into the kitchen. He's standing there talking to my dad, trying to make his case for why it should be okay to let the dog run loose in the house. He'd been training him, and my dad's listening. And I happened to look to my right as I'm watching my dad and my brother have this conversation, and I look into our living room, and this is my mom's room. This is the living room, and she's just redecorated with harvest gold carpet. This is in the 1970s, and that was the real popular color, and there's harvest gold on the walls, there's a harvest gold couch, and there's harvest gold carpet, miles of it. And as I look into this room, the dog had sensed that there was something special in the room. And there was Evan in the middle of the harvest gold carpet, squatting down, about to leave a puppy present on my mom's new carpet. And as I noticed this in my vision, I saw out of the corner of my eye my brother begin to move. And as I looked, I see him scream, and it kind of went into slow motion. He's going, "No!" And he goes running across the room, and he leaps out like this, and he puts his hand forward just as the little puppy present is about to hit the floor. And he slides his hand underneath and he catches it. And just in that moment, the dog turns and looks at my brother like, "What are you doing?" And it was like time stood still, and we're all looking at this. And then all of a sudden, we all just busted out laughing because my brother now looks at his hand and he's thinking to himself, "What am I thinking?" And he doesn't really know what to do, so he just sort of calmly walks out the door and disposes of the puppy present. And of course, we're all just rolling on the floor, laughing our heads off. And needless to say, my dad decided it was okay for Evan to run loose in the house because my brother was a pretty good shortstop. And so we felt like we were pretty safe. The point of the story is this. It was important to my brother that his best friend get to have the run of the house. And he would do anything to help his friend enjoy the home. What if your best friend was in need? What if your best friend needed help but didn't know how to ask for it? Would you just volunteer? Would you just step up and do it? Of course you would. What if the person who really needed help was you? This is Module 11. We're getting near the end of this journey into Promised Land living. This is another chance for you to ask for help on anything in your life that you've maybe not quite been ready to deal with. These are your friends that are sitting around you in this room. They are willing to help. They'll put their hand out and catch the mess, so to speak, to help you get through so that you can enjoy God's house. Don't waste this opportunity. Take advantage of it. Module 11 is about asking for help. It's another chance to get the help that you really need. Don't waste it.